Yeah, tough one. You know, we knew coming into this game that BG's was playing at a high level, as with was Diggins. Just a tough battle, but again, kind of those timely possessions coming down. Whether it's both ends of the floor, we had to tighten up in especially, crucial moments of the game. Kept our turnovers low. Obviously, we knew they weren't going to turn us over, but just with our group, I thought we played hard. We battled. Just kind of didn't lock in timely moments of the game. Again, we have them right back on Sunday, so it's about kind of learning from this, growing from this, and figuring this out so that we're um, on the front foot of things on Sunday.
Thanks. First question here is from Percy Allen.
Awesome. Hey, Coach. Uh, End of game situations have been like a thing for you guys, like in your losses. And tonight it was there, like the same thing. 80-77. You're right there. 29 seconds left, and Sadie's commits a foul. Just what happened on that play there?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Just wanted to extend the game, just kind of watching through some games lately. And this was a scenario that was playing in my mind. We had 3 timeouts in order to do that. And, understanding where we were in the game. I hate that it was Sadie's who fouled at that moment, but just trying to extend the game, put pressure on them at the free throw line in those pressure moments. And then having to execute at the end, just couldn't connect on the basket.
And then before the game, you talked about the need to contain Skylar and BG without Razi in there. Just but they were able to combine for 55 points. Just what was it that just made it so difficult to slow them down?
Yeah, I'm not sure if we were as aggressive as we should have been. Just locking in on our schemes. Skylar was going downhill on us way too much, getting back to her strong hand. And we knew, with a limited bench, without Ezzy here, it was going to be tough to guard Griner. And I thought that that Sadie's battled with her. But we knew that we were going to have to kind of throw bodies in different matchups. And I just think with Diggins, I'm not sure that we were we took the one-on-one matchup and just the team defense kind of matchup on her effectively. I thought that we could have been a little bit more aggressive in our spots. And honestly, one of the keys was making sure that others didn't contribute. And today, Petty gets a couple of old boards, gets to the free throw line. Megan Walker hits a 3. That kind of affected us as well. So we knew those 2 coming in were going to do their thing, but it was about making sure that others did not impact the game, and they did.
All right, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach. Next question here is from Jeff Brown. Go ahead, Jeff.
Hey, Coach, I was just wondering if there was some miscommunication from previous, I guess, discussion with Steph Talbot and you. It sounded like Sandy wasn't going to be at these games, and then she was for today. Were you surprised to see her? And then did you have any conversation with Sandy about that?
I didn't have any conversation today about Sandy. I had a conversation about it in preseason. And yeah, I got wind of it when Steph found out as well. She was here, she coached the game, and that's all I have to comment about that.
All right. And then for a second game in a row now, you guys have shot 38%, so under 40% for the game. Do you think that's just tired legs kind of getting deeper into the season, or are you guys maybe settling for too many outside or contested jumpers?
Yeah, I think it's a combination of a lot of things, and I'm not going to complain. This is not me complaining, but the physicality that we see, it's surprising that the MVP doesn't get a lot of calls. And I think, it's important for us to remain aggressive and not settle, like you're saying. And I'm not sure if it's tired legs more so than kind of feeling it out. Like if we understanding Griner is a load, she's present, so maybe things don't look quite as open. But I think it's about having a balanced attack when those shots aren't falling, being able to get to the rim, but understanding that the contact that is created needs to be called. So, getting to the free throw line only 12 times today, I think obviously it's on us to be a little bit more aggressive, to find our spots, to knock down open shots when we have them. But yeah, the balanced attack and settling a little bit for jumpers is there, but we got shooters, and you don't want to take them out the rhythm or out their sweet spots, or there's spots where they can be advantageous. But yeah, I think we have to have more of a balanced attack.
And then last one for me real quick, ended on a positive note. Katie Lou scored 14 points in the second half. I think she started the game maybe 0 for 3, but how important is it for her to just keep shooting? Because obviously she has the talent to be putting up those points.
Yeah, Jeff, we just talked about this the other day, and you said like, how can we continue to help her? And it's just, continue to instill confidence in her, and continue to just support her in any way, and understanding that, night in and night out, it's not always going to be pretty, and that you're not always going to shoot at a high percentage, but how else can you impact the game? And, tonight she was able to get 5 rebounds and to hit some good shots, and getting a little bit of groove, and understanding we are comboing her from the 3 and the 4, and with her in space, I think we have a lot of advantages, So again, it's just, she's a player who we have to keep, she's valuable, and just kind of keep her mind positive, and you see what she can do when she's able to knock down some shots.
Definitely. Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Coach. Next one here is from M. Adler from the.
Hi, Coach. It looked like a lot of the time, even when you had advantageous matchups with BG, with Skylar, the Mercury were able to get you out, create empty sides there. Was that something you were looking to adjust for? And then just sort of following up on that, on the other side, it looked like you weren't able to get the same thing.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not sure if that hurt us more than just BG posting up, the overloaded sides, understanding where we were sending our traps from, and trying to take away our help side by overloading that side. And what she was doing really well was, after her post, she would kick out and get deeper on the repost. And so I think, as far as BG, I think that's what hurt us more so than the ball screen on the side. I think the ball screens with Skylar in the middle on that angle when she's coming downhill, those ones hurt us. And those ones we weren't as connected and locked in on. And I think if we look at the game, obviously we have to clean that up. But, BG's a load, and Skylar Diggins is an Olympian, and she can get buckets. And so it's understanding how we can best kind of, switch up our schemes a little bit and maybe contain her a little bit more.
Gotcha. And then, and Skylar's obviously not going to shoot 8 for 13 every night, but she's got that talent in her. How do you, when she has this kind of night, how do you make sure she doesn't get to the line 9 times then?
That's the biggest thing. Is, sometimes you can live with a contested 2, or you can live with the contested 3 on her, or you can live with being in her space and her making really tough shots. Getting to the free throw line 9 times is something that can happen. She got there 11 against Vegas. Again, a player who was putting pressure on us at the rim. It's important for us to defend without fouling, but understand, like, this is the player that we really have to stay solid on, stay walled up, stay straight up, and don't allow the rest to kind of dictate us or dictate those calls, and just, be solid in those instances.
Gotcha. Thank you.
No problem.
Thanks, Mel. Looks like this is the last one here from Mazvita from Cascadia Sports.
Thanks. Hey, Coach. Quick turnaround. You haven't looked at the game film, but are you more looking at, was it more of a physical, or was it more of a mental in terms of where the lapses were? Is a little bit of both, and you've only got a few days to prepare. How do you tackle that?
It's been a few days, it's a few hours.
Sorry.
I think, Masvita, honestly, I think it might have been a little bit of both. I think our energy was a little bit lacking, but you think about where our energy comes from Ezzy, comes from Steph. And that's a big part of what was missing today. A couple of those mental lapses maybe came in those moments, and maybe some physical fatigue, but I'm a no excuses, get it done type of a person. And, we have to find ways to kind of fight that fatigue, fight that those mental lapses, and push through, especially in like crucial parts of the game. This is kind of our growth, as a team, and understanding, yeah, we're limited, we're down a couple of comrades, but a couple of teammates, but it's important that we just dig deep and find a way,
And is that the character of a championship team, or one that keeps getting better each time?
It is. And we talk about us being the defending champs, but a lot of us weren't here last year. And we do have targets on our back. And honestly, we can go down a list of teams in our games. We get everybody's best shot. Doesn't matter who they have on the floor. Like, everybody shoots career highs, it seems like, or everyone has a good shooting night against us. But that is a sign of a championship team, finding ways to win, especially on the road, locking in key moments of the game. And, this is our growth process. This is our learning process with our new pieces that we have, and, being solid with the pieces who have been here and understand how it goes. I think it's this learning curve that we have. And it sucks a little bit because we're expected to kind of be at the top without a lot of wiggle room to kind of figure things out. But it's okay. It comes with the nature of the business, and understanding that we want to continue to trend in the right way and peak at the right time.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, Coach.
Thank you.
Okay, ready for Jewel?
Hey, Joel, thanks so much for being here. We're going to start off here with a question from Percy.
Awesome. Hey, Jill. It felt like one of those hang around games where you just hang in there, and perhaps steal it at the end. But Phoenix finished with a 5-0 run. Just what happened at the end there?
They made more shots than we did. Yeah.
And then just in terms of the physicality that you guys are seeing in these games, is it something that's different from the beginning of the season? And if so, if not, how do you guys play through that?
I think we've seen it, not just this year. I think we've always seen that. I think that's the scouting report when teams play us, is to be physical with us. So it's nothing new. It's just our mindset about it, and not being shocked about it. We've seen it. So that's on us. We'll go back and be prepared for Sunday. And
then just like this last thing from me here, just what makes Skylar a difficult defensive matchup?
Obviously she has quick hands. She got me twice tonight. But for me, it's just, getting to my spots, being more patient, seeing things, not bailing out of pick and roll situations or things like that. But, she has quick hands, and obviously we know she likes to compete. That's something that's always been, when you just talk about Skylar, that's always something that you always say she competes.
Thanks, Gil. Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Joel. Next one here is from M. Adler from The Next.
Joel, obviously a little bit of an off shooting night for you from the field. Was there anything in particular you that was feeling off, or just sometimes the ball doesn't go in the net?
No, I mean, I got great shots. Those are shots I take all the time. So it wasn't anything new or anything that they really did. I was just short. So, I'll get back in the weight room tomorrow, get my legs going. So I'll be prepared for Sunday and things to come.
Great. Thank you.
Thanks, Joel. And then we got one here from Jeff Brown. Go ahead, Jeff.
Hey, Joel, earlier today they announced that you're going to be participating in the 3-point contest. How excited are you for that opportunity?
I actually, it was a shock to me that I was in it. I got a call from my agent, and whatever that, conversation was, that she put my name in. But yeah, it's an opportunity to help some charities that I work with. And yeah, it's a big weekend for me and my family. So I'm sure my niece and nephew will be probably more excited than me.
Awesome. And then looking at a positive for this game, Katie Lou scored 14 points in the second half. how important is it that she just stay confident and keep shooting? Because I think she started 0-3, but finished with the 14 points.
Yeah, I think we all, have to stay confident. You can't just rely on if, your shots going in or not. That can't dictate how you play the rest of the game. So it was good to see her shot go in. I'm sure she was excited to see it, the ball goes in, but I think we have all confidence in everyone on this team that they are capable of scoring the ball. So that's never an issue for us, but I think it's good for her to stay present and know that she's capable.
Awesome. Thank you, Jewel.
Thank you so much, Jewel. You're all good.
Hey, Dewey, is there anything that you can take from this game that can help you guys on Sunday?
Yeah, I mean, realize how it feels to lose a game and realize that Sunday is a big one. Tonight was a big one, and we didn't come out with that, I guess, energy, feeling, whatever, and we need that for Sunday. I think that everybody looking within individually and then taking that further as a team. I don't think this is anything to be super concerned about, but obviously everybody knows that these two games are super important for Commissioner Cup.
Yeah. Hey, and then just in terms of the scoring and just offense, you guys have all 5 scorers in double figures. I want to say that's either the first or second time that you've done that all year, and they were really top heavy. Normally 5 beats 2, but tonight, just what made their 2 so difficult?
I mean, obviously you have to continue to always know where BG is. She's a load when she gets 2 feet in the paint, and she makes difficult shots. And the same with Skylar, trying to make her uncomfortable. And I think tonight she felt really comfortable.
There you go. Thank you, Stewie. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Stewie. Next one here is from Jeff Brown.
Hey, Stewie. So in this one, you only scored the 5 points in the second half, and Jewel was held scoreless in the fourth quarter. What were they doing defensively that was working so well for them?
To be honest, I think for myself, I should have been more aggressive. I don't think 13 shots is enough for me, and continue to kind of put pressure on defense that way. So that's going to be something that I'm looking to do on Sunday, is just be aggressive really from start to finish the entire game. And I think Jewel's going to do the same. The shots we took are shots that we're going to continue to take. And obviously if we can make things a little bit easier for ourselves or our teammates, we'll do that. But yeah, we just got to shoot the ball better. Yeah, and just following up with that right there, the second game in a row, you guys shot under 40% as a team, 38% again. Is that do you feel like maybe just tired legs because you're getting pretty deep into the season, or do you feel like you are maybe either like settling for contested jumpers or outside jumpers? We can definitely get to the free throw line more. I'm not sure how many times we got to the free throw line tonight, but we can definitely do more of that. And I think that, that's something, we can't get baited into just taking contested jump shots. We need to put the pressure on them to get to the basket, to get into the paint. And that's how we need to play. We need to play fast. We need to play in transition, and just get back to the way we want to play. And then last one from me, you mentioned the Commissioner's Cup. Are you going to be following the Vegas game? Vegas is trailing by 18 right now. So obviously if they lose, you guys are in no matter what happens on Sunday. Just wondering if you were going to be like watching that game after this interview. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely going to be aware of it. It's interesting the way that the Commissioner Cup kind of makes you have to switch your mindset. It's really a lot like Euro Cup, if you guys know, especially with these 1-1 series, it's about points. But yeah, we're going to be watching. I think we would be watching anyways, even if there wasn't a Commissioner's Cup. And obviously, like I said, this game Sunday is important for Commissioner's Cup, but it's important for the series. And that's really the big thing is, we want to make sure that we can get the series with as many teams as possible. And we've already lost it with Vegas, so we don't want to lose it with anyone else.
Awesome. Thank you, Stewie.
Thanks, Stewie. Last one here from M. Adler from the.
Hey, Stewie, I wanted to start off with just following up on that last question. Were you looking more forward to sort of clinching assuming Vegas loses, were you looking forward to more clinching it on your own from a win as opposed to celebrating somebody else losing?
Absolutely. I think we always want to handle business first, take care of business ourselves. And if we could have won tonight and clinched, that would have been the ideal situation. But the way that, everything is so tight, obviously it can be done in different ways. But no matter what, if we're in the Commissioner's Cup final or not, we need to focus in on Sunday's game and focus only on Sunday's game and nothing else.
Gotcha. And then just wanted to ask, it looked like, especially in the second half, Mercury were throwing a lot of double teams at you, some from cross court, some from the next defender. Did all those different looks, some of which I know you haven't seen this season, those kind of throw off your reads? Those make it harder on you?
No, I did notice that the double team was coming way earlier. And I feel I can continue to kind of dribble out of it, continue to open up and face up, and someone is open on the court, and knowing that, one of my teammates is going to have an open shot. I just got to make sure I deliver the ball to them. But obviously, they played me in a lot of different ways tonight, and I'm sure I'll see some of them again on Sunday.
Great. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Stewie. You're all good.
Yep, I think we're ready for Katie Lou.
Hey, Katie Lou, thanks for being here. We're going to start off with a question here from Jeff Brown. Go ahead, Jeff.
Hey, Katie Lou. So I think today you started off 0 for 3, but then end up scoring a team high 14 points in the second half. How important is it for you to just continue to stay aggressive, keep shooting, not get passive if the first couple shots don't go in?
Yeah, I think that's always the mindset as a basketball player, as a shooter. Even if you miss the first couple, just keep believing in yourself that you're going to make the next.
And then did you, kind of speaking of that mindset, like with Ezzy and Steph out, obviously that's a lot of, contributions not being on the team tonight. Did you kind of have that mindset like, hey, I need to be a more effective scorer or, play a bigger role in this game?
Not specifically. I just, I'm trying to do whatever it takes to help the team. And in the second half, I felt that I just found some more opportunities to take some shots.
And then defensively for Phoenix, they hold Stewie to 5 points in the second half and hold Jules scoreless in the fourth quarter. What were they doing so well that worked for them defensively?
I think, they were bringing a lot of attention there, but I think we need to help Stewie and Jewel out a little bit more, better screens, better opportunities and spacing, just to open up the court a little bit, because when you can congest and send a ton of people, it's much harder for anyone to score. But usually, we have the luxury that they make all those tough shots, but for us, just helping them out as much as we can.
And then last one for me real quick. How did you get the shiner?
That just happened in practice.
Okay. Thanks.
Thanks, Lou. Next one here is from Percy Allen. Go ahead, Percy.
Hey, Lou. Anything they think you guys can take from tonight that can help you on Sunday?
Yeah, just cleaning some things up. We didn't get a lot of 50-50 balls that we needed to, because you're going to have games where shots don't fall as well. And just making sure that, we get crucial offensive rebounds that we gave to them, and just keeping the ball in our hands as much as we can.
Hey, and then just with that, just in like terms of the scoring and the offense. Are you feeling that it's getting tougher for you guys to find your good looks because in these past 2 games here, you've shot under 40%?
I think it's just, there's waves. Sometimes, you're going to shoot and hit shots. Sometimes you're going to miss them. But yeah, I think for us, we really need to, just clean up a few things here and there. And once we do that, it'll start flowing a little better. And, we just have some small tweaks that we need to make.
Gotcha. Thanks, Lou.
Thanks, Lou. It looks like the last one here from M. Adler from the Nets.
Hi. So obviously the Mercury present a lot of problems with how much they like to move their players off the ball. What kind of challenges that present to you for trying to help on Diggins Smith, helping on BG while still having to account for all that motion?
Yeah, we have to scramble a lot with them. They're really good at, spacing the floor, getting people to open spots when you are sending double teams at players. And that's just something that we have to really lock in and focus on individually, I think, is containing our closeouts and holding ourselves accountable when it comes to that.
Gotcha. And then for you, because I know you talked about, finding open shots in terms of helping out the team, how do you, especially off the ball, find a way to put yourself in position to just get those open lanes, put pressure on defense, and draw help?
Yeah, I mean, Stewie, Jewel, and Sue are going to take up a lot of attention a lot of times. And so making sure that I'm able to read off of them and get into spots where, when they do take 3 people at them, that I'm in a position to help them out and be open.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lou. You're all good.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.